Hey there guys, Raj here. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a fragrance from the brand Parfums de Marly, and this is a French niche fragrance brand. This fragrance is called Habdan. I've been working off this sample, which has been like in my possession for a couple of years. I've been wearing it on and off. Sometimes you just buy so many samples and then you forget about them. So I was reaching around in, like rummaging around in my sample box and picked out this one. Had a few wearings left, so I decided to wear it and do a review for you guys. So yeah, this one comes in a 125 ml bottle and is going to cost you around like the £200 mark. Yeah, prices can vary depending on websites or shops or deals or coupon codes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Habdan, Parfums de Marly are very equestrian inspired, and Habdan is one of those that where the inspiration comes from. They come from, I believe it was King Louis the 15th or something like that, where they got their inspiration from, and I haven't really done much research into it. But anyway, the notes for this fragrance, which is basically like an oriental style fragrance, it's a little bit sweet, that's kind of what they're going with. In the top there is frankincense and saffron, so straight in with some heavy hitters there. In the middle there's apple and an agarwood or oud and rose. And in the base there is amber, and interestingly they've named the chemical ingredient called maltol. They could have said sugar, or they could have said caramel, or I don't know, they could have come up with something else, but they actually mentioned the name of the chemical ingredient there, which is called maltol. So what do I get with this fragrance? Well, before I get into that, obviously let's talk about the performance and like where you could wear this fragrance. Performance was decent on my skin, 6 to 8 hours, nothing spectacular. It kind of projected nicely off the skin, within I don't know, an arm's length you could say, but nothing too loud. It's a fragrance that I feel is more suited towards a evening scenario. I think it's something that's more suited towards a cool, cold weather is fine. Warm weather, I think, yeah, you could put it off. I never tried it, but I think when it becomes too hot, this might become a little bit too much. Those sweeter notes might come out your skin a little bit too much, and just be a little bit overwhelming. Or if you're into like gourmand fragrances, maybe you'll like that. So yeah, what do I get with this fragrance? Well, before I get into the description, I'm just going to say a couple of things about Parfums de Marly, or specifically their ingredients. So I've always felt that Parfums de Marly's ingredients are kind of like the way I feel with By Kilian's fragrance, another French fragrance niche luxury brand. And so what I mean by that is that I don't think Parfums de Marly and a brand like By Kilian use the greatest ingredients. Like, they are very, very synthetic, which, I don't mind, but often I don't really feel like they are super luxurious fragrances, and sometimes they can come across as a little bit, to be honest, a little bit cheap, to be honest. I think there are some nice elements in Habdan, but there are also some these cheaper notes that I would call them, that let it down. So in the opening, and I actually I had a little bit left, so I did a fresh spray. The opening is probably the best part of this fragrance, to be honest. It's a kind of sweet, smoky vibe there. It doesn't feel too genuine to me. It's kind of like vanillic. The saffron note is kind of vanillic. It smells kind of syrupy, like rose syrup. And potentially it's on the edge of becoming. It has the potential of becoming a little bit too strong. I think maybe if you were to overspray it, or as I said, wear it in warmer weather. But it's on that edge of being a little bit too sickly sweet. But yeah, it's tolerable and actually kind of nice at times. But yeah, it does almost go off the edge a little bit. You've also got this apple note that really does remind me of Boss Bottled. So Parfums de Marly, it's often been said that they are they smell like really nice designer fragrances, and I kind of get that vibe sometimes, unfortunately. So I do get a little bit of a Boss Bottle vibe in there as well. The oud, is there oud in this? I mean, they mention it. Like, I wouldn't have really picked it out, or I wouldn't have mentioned it. Sorry, had they not mentioned it in the note breakdown. But I suppose there is a kind of like slightly boring, generic, sweet, woody aroma chemical vibe in here going on. Yeah, you know, there are some nice elements to this fragrance. I do like the saffron, I do like the vanillic touches to it. I like that it doesn't go too far into the sort of gourmand territory. But then, you know, the apple is kind of sloppy, the oud is kind of, you know, childish, I feel, and the fragrance does start to actually break down on my skin and degrade, I would say, and it does turn into something a little bit childish and kind of like unfinished. You know, it doesn't smell wonderful and luxurious, and that's what I would want from, if I was paying full retail, from a fragrance like Habdan and a brand like Parfums de Marly. But everything just sort of breaks down and it loses its structure. You know, I feel like a brand like Amouage could take this concept and really do a nice job. In fact, a gourmand or Amouage, thinking about it, would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure one exists. But anyway, yeah, at the end it just breaks down and turns into a smell, a concoction of sweet aroma chemicals and, you know, not terrible, but not really what I'm looking for. So overall, Parfums de Marly's Habdan gets a rating of, I'm going to go 6.5 out of 10. There are some nice elements to this fragrance, definitely, but overall, just not quite for me. So guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this fragrance? If you're a big fan, let me know and tell me why I'm wrong. If you agree, tell me why you agree, and check me out on Instagram if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Take care. See you soon. Bye.